Pretty much back with another one. I'm gonna go over what trade I took today, how you could have pretty much done the same. And yeah, if you guys find this educational, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe for these daily updates on all the trades that I take. I'm very, very transparent with this. Join the Discord, it's free. I teach you guys everything I know. We can do free calls. So I'll get to it. In essence, I'll go over GU first. So we actually came into this day bearish on GU. Now, I didn't even trade New York session because of the fact that I didn't see much opportunity during the day. I was just saying, okay, daily's bearish. And towards Asian session, I got the chance to really just, get on my phone and see what was going on. I saw this massive leg happen during London, and I was like, cool. During New York, really nothing happened. So I was like, okay, let's just wait for stuff to actually happen. Let's wait for the hourly breaks of structure and the confluence necessary for us to actually go short. We have a 4-hour break of structure, a revisit of the order block that caused that expansionary move to the downside, right? Then on the hourly, we actually have we receive a break of structure, right? An internal break right here. At which point we retrace into the fair value gap, and the very, very tip, we didn't even get there really. I could have took this a little bit later, but I was under the impression that we retraced all the way to the tip of this order block and started to react off of it. At which point I decided to go short. This is where I went short. And actually, no, this was a trade idea. I never went short on this. I just had this in mind, and I was just like, should I send this to the Discord? I had to pick between this and gold. Right. So that was pretty much this trade idea right here. I didn't take this. I'm going to be very transparent. I didn't send this to the Discord. I just had this marked out. Now, with the same idea, I anticipated that we'd get an expansion, and then I wanted to see a retrace during New York Open so that we could actually continue to short this thing at least until the first take profit, which is what you guys saw earlier. I was under the impression that we may get a retrace all the way back up, right? So what I was looking for during New York session was, really a retrace into any of these areas here. This was the hourly order block. This was the 15-minute order block that caused the expansion. But we just went to the low of that previous move, which is technically speaking the bottom of the order block. But I didn't see it there because the 50% was just barely there. But otherwise, I would have took that off of a equilibrium trade. And I had my limit set here for when news would come out. But yeah, in essence, that's pretty much why I missed it. But I should have normally been in shorts through here. And then the gold trade that I did take, which is the trade that, funny enough, didn't hit take profit out of the two that I had set up during Asian. I'll just quickly explain that so that you guys can pretty much understand what I had in mind and what actually happened here so that you guys can avoid mistakes like these. But really, this is just part of the strategy and in line with it. The daily time frame is clearly bearish on gold here, right? So on the 4-hour, we do flip structure, and I'm really just here looking for a retracement so that we can continue on lower. That's all I'm thinking about at this point, right? Now, yes, gold could have flipped because on the weekly, it was bullish. So this is a daily retrace, but a weekly expansion. So it could have went the other way, right? So with that being said, I saw this 4-hour retrace, but obviously we're building bull structure, so I didn't want to just short off of the fair value gap. We wait for a 4-hour internal break, which we got right here. And then I see this mitigation here, and I see a 15-minute break of structure off these areas, at which point I'm thinking to myself, we're probably going to get a very nice Asian session expansion. But clearly, gold said F off. Now, this happens. It's a very normal thing. You can lose. Don't win them all. Currently running 0-1 on the week, being completely transparent with you guys. And yeah, the whole idea behind this trade was daily time frames is going lower. Potentially may have been done on the retrace. So anticipate a sweep of liquidity on the higher time frames. So swing that move from the hourly. Now, this is the same strategy that I use from day to day for session to session. It's just pretty much extrapolated onto higher time frames. Make sense? With doing that, you can actually gain lots of precision, and it's pretty much the same thing, but with a little bit of a wider stop loss. But really, you could trade it with a very tight stop loss too. That's the same concept. So all we're looking for is time frame set line and trade the market drift when it actually gets into premium areas and see invalidations of opposing side of price structures like fair value gaps and order blocks. So when we get those invalidations, we'll say, oh shit,